Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Samir, good evening. How are you?
Sir, I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm also good.
Sir, happy Holi, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, Praful, good evening. How are you? Hello.
So good, sir. How are you?
Good, good.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Samir, good evening.
My
How are you?
views, sir.
Sir, I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm
Where
also
I'm
good.
Sir, happy Holi,
Come
by the way.
again. Thank you. Thank you. Same to you.
sorry about the
Thank you.
interview.
तुम्हारी आवाज कट रही है.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Now it is
Yes, Praful, good evening. कुछ गड़बड़ है. Hello.
good, sir. How are you?
तभी भी कट रही है. Good, good.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Samir, good evening.
My
How are you?
views, sir.
Sir, I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm
Where
also
I'm
good.
Sir, happy Holi,
Come
by the way.
again. Thank you. Thank you. Same to you.
sorry about the
Thank you.
interview.
तुम्हारी आवाज कट रही है.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Now it is
Yes, Praful, good evening. कुछ गड़बड़ है. Hello.
good, sir. How are you?
तभी भी कट रही है. Good, good.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Samir, good evening.
My
How are you?
views,
Sir, I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
where I'm good. Yes, sir. So now,
Sir, happy Holi, by the
am
way.
I audible?
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you.
Sorry
You're audible.
about
Thank you.
the interview.
तुम्हारी आवाज कट रही है.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Now it is
हाँ, talked about? Yes, Praful, good
interview.
evening. कुछ गड़बड़ है. Hello.
Good, sir. How are you?
Yeah. कट रही है. We will do that. Just drop
Good
me a
evening, sir.
message. Yes, Samir, good evening.
My
ठीक है.
views,
Sir, I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
where I'm yes, sir. So now,
Sir, happy
Yes,
Holi, by the way.
Ashish,
audible?
good evening. How are you? Thank you. Same to you.
Sorry.
Good evening, sir. I'm
Thank you.
excellent, sir. How are you, sir?
तुम्हारी आवाज कट रही है. Fine.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Now it is
हाँ, talk about? Yes, Praful, good
interview.
evening. Some गड़बड़ है. Hello.
Good, sir. How are you?
Yeah. Cut on the forehead. Just drop
Good
me a
evening, sir.
message.
Now is okay?
Yes, Samir, good evening.
My
Yeah, we got some
Sir, I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
थोड़ा सा
where
take some time.
yes, sir. So now,
Sir, happy
Yes,
Holi, by the way.
am I
Ashish,
audible?
good evening. How are you?
Good, take care,
Same
sir.
to you.
Sorry.
Good evening, sir. I'm excellent, sir. How are you, sir?
तुम्हारी आवाज कट रही है. Fine.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Now it is
Good evening. Yes, Praful, good
interview.
evening. Some गड़बड़ है. Hello.
Good, sir. How are you?
Yes, Kavita Joshi. Just drop
Good
me a
evening, sir.
message.
Now is okay?
Yes, Samir, good evening. Jatin Gupta. Okay, Jatin, good evening. So एक बार अपना शक्ल दिखा के अपने को इंट्रोड्यूस करो. या समीर, of course, just switch on your camera, all of you. Yeah, okay, good. Right, Ravi, good evening.
I'm outside.
Yes, ठीक है, okay. Yes, Praful, where are you based?
Good evening, sir.
I'm writing my home and Madhya Pradesh.
Home किधर है तुम्हारा?
Madhya Pradesh.
हाँ?
Sir, Kangra है Madhya Pradesh.
तुम्हारा कट रहा है, आवाज थोड़ा सा डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है. Yes, Kavita, what about you? Just introduce yourself. What SSB entry are you going in for? Yes,
Am I audible? Right.
Yeah, तुम्हारा कुछ गड़बड़ है. I think अपना थोड़ा सा कनेक्शन कुछ चेक करो. There is something, ये ईयरफोन निकाल के बात करो, जरा देखें. Praful, I'm talking about.
So now it is good.
Yeah, there's still garbling in the voice. Right. Yeah, who else are there? Yeah, Kavita Joshi, बताओ, which SSB entry are you preparing for?
Good evening, sir. I'm preparing for CDS entry.
CDS, the first time? Or you've been attending earlier? I mean SSB.
सर इससे पहले एक बार दिया है रिटर्न एग्जाम.
So SSB is the first time, is it?
सभी मेरा 10th अप्रैल को एक सीरियस रिटर्न एग्जाम है, उसके बाद अगर क्लियर हो जाता है तो.
All right. And where are you from? Okay. So without wasting much of time, पहले तो I would like to set the rules of the game clearly. So पहले तो जब भी आप क्लास में आते हो, share something positive about your life, about any news that you have come across, anything, right? Chat box में कुछ डालो, अगर आप बोलना चाहते हो तो आप बोल सकते हो quickly, right? I mean, SSB is all about, at least my way of preparing people is to get their mindset properly oriented, right, in a positive manner, right? And this is what I expect from all of you. So चाहे वो Unacademy में हो, चाहे वो मेरे other classes में हो, I insist that you develop a positive attitude, and this happens only once you practice it every day, right? So get into the habit of this. Once you build a habit of practicing positivity, right? So आपका हर एक चीज का नजरिया बदल जाएगा. Japan to invest around $2.5 billion in India. Okay.
Hello, sir.
I think it is 42 billion, Samir, if I'm not wrong.
चलो क्रॉस चेक करो आप लोग. Yes, Uni, you were saying something?
Yes, sir. I qualified GATE, sir. The official results are out. Sir.
Qualified GATE. Okay, excellent.
Yes, sir. Only rank at 1,200. So
1,200.
I'm not going to get MTech directly, so I do have to go for MS or PhD. But yeah, one level of interview will be there in between, but I think I will be able to clear it, sir.
Okay. So that would be, in what kind of colleges?
Sir, IITs only, sir. Top IITs. Like for MS, I have to go for the top IITs. For MTech,
Okay.
I will get into IIT Jodhpur, Mandi, Palakkad, new IITs, sir.
Okay. So that's good. So better than expected, right?
Sir, actually, my aim, sir, as you told, last week in self-selection board, when you aim for something and you don't get it, it's always a failure. So I thought of getting myself under 500 so that I can actually go to PSU. I couldn't make it, so it's bad, but still it's good.
No, it's okay. So unless until, if you have to reach at 10,000 feet, you must aim at 12,000 feet at least, right? So you cannot be aiming at 8,000 and achieving 10,000, right?
Yes, sir. But actually, I felt very unlucky, sir. Like actually, during that time, I got COVID. Other than that, even after looking at my paper, I thought, okay, I could have got 5-6 more marks. Focus was there.
It's okay. No point, fretting over that now, right? So
Yes,
absolutely no problem. Okay. Yes. $42 billion. Yeah. So who was that? So get your facts correct, right? You don't have to just shoot from the hip. ठीक है, check करके और तब बताओ आप. Okay. Right. So we will hit the ground running. Right. So today we're talking about PPDT, story writing and narration, right? This MTM, I mean, for your information, this is Meet the Mentor. 22 is the, year, 2022. 3 is the month, and 0.3 is the session, right? This is the third session of March 2022. Clear? Right.
Yes, sir.
So we will not talk about the PPDT में होता क्या है, etc. We'll straight away get into understanding how to write a good picture, and practice those in narration, right? And also we will try and see if I can, hear your stories, right? So what you're shown is, you are shown a hazy picture. ठीक है, आपको एक hazy picture दिखाई जाती है for 30 seconds. You are given right, it is, I must correct this. No, this is for some practice I had said. So you actually get 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes. The breakup is 1 minute for recording your observation, and 4 minutes for writing your story. ठीक है? So observation is this: number of characters, their age, their sex, their mood, right? Then as far as the story is concerned, this is the story. Now whatever you perceive in the picture, right? जब आप पिक्चर देखते हो, कुछ ना कुछ आप perceive कर रहे हो कि यहाँ पे एक्सीडेंट हुआ है, या यहाँ पे कुछ सेलिब्रेशन चल रहा है, या someone is a scene of railway station or something like that, right? So एक छोटा सा heading आपको देना है which would reflect कि what is happening there in the picture. Now उस जो आपको परिस्थिति, जो whatever situation you are seeing on the picture, in the picture, that must have been a result of something that has happened earlier, right? So what must have led to the situation? ठीक है, अगर एक्सीडेंट होता है तो एक्सीडेंट से पहले कुछ ना कुछ घटित होता है, या सिग्नल ब्रेक हो गया, ओवर स्पीडिंग हो गई, या फिर सिग्नल काम नहीं कर रहा है, या somebody has been rash driving, etc. etc. It can be anything. It can be brake failure. It can be malfunction of something. So there can be reasons because of which the accident has been caused. ठीक है? Now, so that is there. Now, what is seen in the picture? Maybe there is an accident. So accident में आप क्या करोगे? What is the likely outcome? What are you going to do now? Right? Maybe you help the person who's suffered, who's the victim, right? Take him to the hospital, etc., etc. Give him first aid, inform his kins, etc. Right? Right. So these three things, should be coming out clear in your story. Situation that you perceive, what must have led to the situation, and what is the likely outcome. इतना clear है?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yeah. You can use your symbols, emojis, or something. Just thumbs up or something. Can you use that in the chat box?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, please do that so that I also get to know that you have understood. Okay. Yeah, so as much of participation as possible, right? Unless you speak out, unless you, let me know whether you have understood or how much you have understood. If you're not understood, I cannot help you, right? Yes, Roshan, how are you? Okay. Shall let us move to the next. So here, this is the format, right? On an A4 sheet, there is a box here. In this box, you are supposed to be writing what are the number of characters. Suppose you see 4 characters. उसमें 2 characters आपको male दिखाई देते हैं. They could be in a positive mood. The ages could be in the 20s. आप 20s ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो, right? Then you could find one male character who's in a positive mood, and he is 25 years of age, and he is the main protagonist. He's the main person who's taking action. And then there can be one female in a neutral mood, and she is 23 years of age, something like that. Okay, so total you have seen 4 characters. and this is the character who is actually taking charge. He is some kind of a hero of the story. All right. यहाँ पे आपने एक्शन लिखना है, यहाँ पे ये चीज आपको लिखनी है ऐसे करके, and here you write the story, right? Understood, everybody? Yeah. Roshan, when is that SSB कब है तुम्हारा अभी next? Yeah. Okay. So you will be एक बार आपने स्टोरी आपको पिक्चर दिखाई जाएगी मेन हॉल में, और वहां पे आप स्टोरी लिखोगे. वंस यू हैव रिटन द स्टोरी, देन यू आर टेकन टू अ PPDT हॉल और PPDT रूम, जहां पे देयर विल बी 3 assessors who will be sitting at one place, right? The GTO, the interviewing officer, the psychologist. GTO will conduct this exercise of narration and discussion. So he will brief you. You should aim to, limit your narration within about 45 seconds. If you're lucky, you might get up to 60 seconds, but you should practice to finish your narration within 45 seconds. Then there'll be a discussion. In discussion, you should try to initiate a discussion, give your own views, ensure that you participate actively, involve others, right? And there would be some people who are wanting to say something, but they're not getting a chance. Try and give them a chance, right? And help in building the consensus. This is as far as the discussion is concerned, right? Narration, abhi main aapko ye dikha raha hu picture, and I would expect you to see this picture carefully, right? Isko aapko abhi story nahi likhni hai. You just observe this picture, and then we will see. I like to hear your comments on this, right? You don't have to write a story at the moment. Okay? Okay. So, you have seen the picture. What do you observe here? यहाँ पे what do you observe? What is the action? आपको क्या लग रहा है? क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? And now Roshan Kumar, action cannot be so much, right? It cannot be so long. उसका heading थोड़ा सा short बनाओ. Playing cards, child labor, okay? Right. Celebrating son's birthday, okay? Party with old friends, that is better. Small house party, okay? Obviously, you you find that there are people. It's a friendly atmosphere. Rather than talking about something, you're talking about जो अभी चल रहा है. Good.
Yes, sir. I in communities there is a ritual that during Holi they play cards. So I thought
होली
this can be added
दिवाली
there.
वो तो पीने वालों को पीने का बहाना चाहिए बोलते ना, तो कार्ड्स कभी भी आप मौका ढूंढते हो, कभी मिल जाए. हाँ.
Yes. No, I have heard some in some communities they have rituals.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's okay. But what, yes, what I am trying to say here is कि since Holi has just taken place yesterday, so अभी ये ताजा है, it is contextual, right? किसी context में बात हो रही है, so it is perfectly all right. ठीक है. And how many characters do you see there? Four characters. All right. Okay, excellent. Okay, chalo, let us see another picture. Let us see another picture, and here I want you to observe the picture and write a story around this. Okay, this is the picture. 30 seconds, it will be on the screen, and thereafter you're writing a story around this, right? You need to observe the picture carefully. Kavita, I hope you are able to understand. Okay, last 10 seconds. Stop writing. Stop writing, all of you. Yes, I'll just ask, by name I'll call you out, and you may give your narration. Ashwin, Akshay Kumar Swami. Akshay Swami, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah.
Sir, should I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Gentlemen, from the picture I have perceived 4 characters. Sir, sorry, sir. I should start again. Gentlemen, from the picture I have perceived 3 characters, 2 female, 1 male, with age category 20 to 30. Mode neutral. Action of my story is improving relations in the family. Gentlemen, Utkarsh was an IT professional and was married to Sunita. And what he observes from his family, that relations in his family were getting some worse with his wife and mother. And they have continuous arguments. So what he decides, he talks to her wife and tell her about that how hard she had been in raising them, and from education to all foodings, she have put in a lot of efforts. So, and her expectations from all of them. So Sunita understands her mistakes and asks sorry to her mother, and in turn they also planned for a surprise to her mother and make them happy by going to any tourist spot. And by all these efforts, the situation becomes very stable and family gets very happy. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay. Akshay, which entry are you going for?
Sir, NDA 148.
NDA 148. Okay. You need to cut down the time, right? 1 minute and 8 seconds you take it. This is when you started again, right? So you need to work on your time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
As far as your confidence, your manner of expression is okay. That is fine, right? So I'll not comment yet on the quality of the story. That's okay, right? It's just about okay. But otherwise, you need to do your time management. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Ravi Yadav.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Ravi, go ahead.
Sir, in this story, I perceived 3 characters, 2 female and 1 male. Smita was a 18-year-old school student who on one day her neighbors passed who were also students in her class, so passed some distasteful comments these happenings to her brother Aman. Them to tease them some lesson, but his mother calmed him down and told him that no, asked him to take her also with him, so that the matter can be resolved in a good way. So Aman listened to his mother and took her with him, and told them not to do this again in a good mannerful way. So those boys listened to them, and later on the Smita and all her neighbors went to the school in a more friendly way.
Okay, I think you can do it much better than this. And time management is, I think, totally maybe some problem as far as your network is concerned. 1 minute and 18 seconds, right? Too much. Okay, so yeah, maybe you're not at the right place. तुम अंदर बाहर कर रहे हो, अपने लाइब्रेरी से बाहर आ रहे हो. So, but the story can be slightly better, right?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I have not written the story. I have not got the notebook, neither the pen, because
वो तुम्हारी
I
शक्ल से
quickly
लग
came
रहा है मेरे को.
outside and I forgot to.
I can make that out.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, okay, chalo, thank you. Sameer Singh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes,
am I
sir.
audible?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So in the picture shown to me, I perceive three characters, two females and one male. Two females are of age 25 and 50 years respectively, and male is around of age 27 years old, all in neutral mode. The action of my story is convincing the mother. Anu's working in a pharmaceutical company as a manager, was promoted to regional manager and was asked to shift to the city. Her mother was reluctant to not to shift to the city as she was happy there. Uh, Anuj convinced her mother by saying that she would get better lifestyle as well as good healthcare system in the city. Uh, he convinced by them. Then they go to the city. Her mother gradually familiarized with the situation and also made new friends and attended temples and satsang over there. Anuj also did very well in the new responsibility.
Okay. Chalo, better, but yes, time, I think you can still cut it short. Dekho usko, how you can manage this, right? Try and compress this. Taken about 58 seconds. Is generally okay, but you never know. You know, if you don't get, say, you know, sometimes it does happen. The batch is larger, the group is bigger, and the GTO or whomsoever is conducting, you know, he might just give you about 30, 40 seconds. So if your story is not complete, so for, you know, others also can't make out. So when you are sitting in a group, so narration का एक सबसे बड़ा importance is that no people get to hear your views without, you know, you getting disturbed by anybody else. So अगर आपकी story पूरी नहीं होती है, obviously others cannot make out what you had in mind, right? So it is important that you complete your story. Of course, I am saying this in general to everybody, not only to Sameer. Though it's not, it's not that it's too long a time, 58 seconds. But yeah, I think you can still compress this. All right. ये कोशिश करो ना. This is a big exercise. This is a big exercise which people have to do. Right?
Yes, sir.
Practice karo, and I'm sure you'll be able to do it. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, confidence wise and other thing is okay. Yeah, Unni.
Yes, sir. I'm audible, sir.
Yes, you're audible. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Gentlemen, in the picture, I perceived three characters. One was a male and two a female, and three of them were in a negative mode. So my story goes like this. Ravi was a government employee in a village. And one day when he came back to his home, he found out that his mother and his wife was actually a little bit scared and worried. So he really inquired what happened and found out that few goons have been coming into their shops which they were running. And they were demanding money for running the shop. He got really frustrated and he decided to go to the police. But unfortunately, the mother and the wife was very much scared of reporting because they were got threatened. So he calmed them down and told them that everything will be fine and everything will be safe. He collected a lot of shop owners, went to the police station and reported. And he personally helped the police to liquidate the goons and warned them that coming back will be having further repercussions. And they got arrested and the city was completely peaceful after that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah. So generally a good, what you call good plot, that is thought of. Otherwise, I think, okay, time management is also good. 47 seconds, perfectly all right. Right. So generally, okay. Right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Praful.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, तुम्हारा बीच में आवाज कट रहा है. There is a break in your connection. Anyway, you just go ahead and narrate your story.
Yes, sir. So, friend, on the picture, I have three actors. One is male, two female, would to have more and age between 8 to 62 years old. And my story is help. I mean, the story who lived in a village, wife and mother. And home, he saw that mother got fainted in the hole. Him and her that he decided to take her to the nearby city hospital, but her didn't afford. She did the new medicine and hold his hand. Her argued with his and told her the benefits of the new treatments, very safe, and very helpful. Finally, he took her mother to the hospital for her. Thank you.
Okay, I couldn't make out much from your story, so we will not comment on this, right? Poor connection, that's all I can say. Kavita Joshi, would you like to try? Yeah, who else is there? Chirag? You are in train. Kavita, will you like to speak? You're just observing others. Okay, perfectly all right. Okay, the next story. Right, I'll just show you one more picture. Okay, one more picture. Need not write a story on this, but certain points I want to cover. Okay. Right. So isme, you have to, as far as the mood is concerned, right? I think mood needs to be brought out clearly in this, right? So you see these people, they're in different moods. No one seems to be in a positive mood. All right. So observations में ये चीज, this will stand out. Okay. Just watch this picture also. Just watch this. Observe this. Don't have to write a story. Don't have to write a story. Okay. Yes. So what is the scene? What is the action going on here?
Sir, maybe 3 spies waiting for the target.
ना maybe मत बोलो, आपको maybe नहीं कुछ बोलना है ना. There is nothing like maybe, right? It is there. You are giving a title to the or action बता रहे हो आप. Just only as much as is required. Okay. Ravi.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. No beating around the bush. Hit the
Yes,
nail
sir.
on the head. Yes. Okay. Court scene.
So we are around catching the supply of the drugs.
You write down, Praful. You're just not making sense. Your speech is getting blurred. I mean, garbled. You just write in the box. Catching drug supplier. Okay.
It's a scene of a restaurant where one person gets choked by some food. Help him out.
Scene of a restaurant. Okay. Business startup. बड़ा सस्पेंसफुल बिजनेस कर रहे हो जतिन. Spies nabbing their target. Okay. Detective agent is suspecting towards receptionist. Okay. Right. So, okay. So, basically, whatever you are making sense of this, right? It should वो लगना चाहिए कि your idea should make sense, right? It should be related to the picture. और अगर आप ऐसी कुछ story बना रहे हो, so then the characters that you see there, the kind of body language that is displayed there, right? You got to take note of that, right? So you see this person over here, right? So iska aap gaze dekh rahe ho, right? He's looking towards this, and this guy is also looking towards this side, right? Of course, he's busy in his own this thing. There is a reception or this manager's desk or whatever, right? So ये चीज आपको बॉडी ये आपको ऑब्जर्वेशन ठीक होना चाहिए आपका. Understood? Okay, the other thing that I want you people to note is this, right? Which are the tips for writing a good story. Firstly, you need to observe the picture very, very carefully, right? Observe carefully, uska background kya hai, foreground kya hai, right? Which are the prominent characters, right? Then after having seen all this, then you weave a story with imagination. Okay, I was taking a class in the morning, and so one of the students, he was only talking about the preparatory stage, right? So, you got to give some time for the action also, right? So ऐसे नहीं कि आपके पास में 40 सेकंड है या 40 सेकंड में आपने 30 सेकंड या 35 सेकंड तक खाली आपने तैयारी करी है कुछ करने की, right? So you got to devote some time to what exactly is happening, right? And उसके बाद में क्या हुआ, what after the situation, right? What is happening in future, right? You got to cover all these three things. So थोड़ा सा imagination आपको करना पड़ेगा, imagination use करनी पड़ेगी, and try and practice this in as many situations as possible. Okay, you can pick up anything. आप कोई social media से आप video देख सकते हो, Ukraine war देख सकते हो. There is so much of news around that, right? Just take any picture, एक उसका screenshot ले लो, and then see, try and make sense of that, right? It can be anything. It doesn't have to be related to exactly war. It can be any situation. It can be any picture. You try and scratch your head कि यहाँ पे हो क्या रहा है. I'm sure if you start looking out for this, आपको ideas आने शुरू होंगे, right? You got to train your mind to start imagining things, right? It will come through practice. And then once you weave the story, उसको आप narrate करो, कोई भी story बनाओ, narrate करो, time yourself, right? And तब फिर आपका जो confidence level है वो बढ़ेगा. So what is important in this is, if you're comfortable with the picture, it doesn't have to be a very complex or complicated story. It can be a simple story. The narration, the confidence that with which you speak, that makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. You would have observed people listen to somebody, जो अच्छी तरह confidently बोल रहा होता है, उसको सब लोग सुनते हैं. Is that right or no? Now you
Yes,
might
sir.
do a very good story, लेकिन वो आप पूरे इतने कॉन्फिडेंस से नहीं बोल पा रहे हो, ठीक से समझा नहीं पा रहे हो, राइट? और बहुत जल्दी जल्दी आप बोल रहे हो. सो ऐसे में लोग उतना ध्यान से आपकी स्टोरी को सुनते नहीं, करेक्ट? सो यू गॉट टू be a little composed while narrating your story. Don't pump in too many things in the story. Keep it short and simple. All right?
Yes,
okay. Let us see. Yeah, so weaving the story should be related to the picture and should be realistic. Now, this is again important. Now, what happens is अक्सर एक there are many PPDT pictures or TAT pictures where there is a scene of accident, and you will find that one person he becomes all in one, right? So वो इतना he is multitasker, he does everything, right? First aid देने से लेके पूरा hospital तक पहुंचाना, he doesn't need any support from anybody. Now that is unrealistic. So you got to involve other people also. Yes, there will be certain things you have taken the initiative, but also realize that you cannot do all things by yourself, right? Involve the people around. There is a crowd there. There you can always ask them to help you out, right? So अगर आप बोल रहे हो कि सारी चीजें उसने कर ली, then that is being unrealistic. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Narration, like I said, उसको practice जितना करोगे आप उतना सही रहेगा. कंटेंट सही होना चाहिए, फ्लो सही होना चाहिए, राइट? और ये केवल प्रैक्टिस से ही आ सकता है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स मोर यू प्रैक्टिस द मोर कॉन्फिडेंस यू गेट. टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज अगेन समथिंग वेरी वेरी क्रूशियल, राइट? जितना आप टाइम मैनेजमेंट करोगे उतना ही आपके लिए वो इम्पैक्टफुल होएगा. ठीक है? Right. So have you all understood? Now I would like you to practice these things in your own time, right? Time management, flow, related to the story, related to the picture. Your story should be related to the picture, right? इन चीजों को थोड़ा सा practice करो, and yes, वो आपको अपने खुद कॉन्फिडेंस आपको अपने आप आ जाएगा. Alright, I think I've seen at least 50% of you are can easily narrate confidently, right? But yes, on a given day, even good speakers can be screened out, so you have to take it very very seriously. All right. Yeah, abhi batao, any questions, any queries any of you have?
Yes, sir. I have a query. Sir, the picture of TAT and PPT is different, or the approach towards the story we have to make in TAT, in psych, and during screening is different. Should be different.
The difference is, देखो आपको टैट की जो पिक्चर है, पहली बात तो पीपीडीटी की पिक्चर आपको 30 सेकेंड ये भी दिखाई जाती है, 30 सेकेंड वो भी दिखाई जाती है टैट वाली. नाउ पीपीडीटी में यू आर सपोज टू बी recording your observations on the number of characters, their age, mood, sex, etc. Now this portion is not done in the TAT. आपको सेपरेट बॉक्स में उनको लिखने की आवश्यकता नहीं है. यू आर नॉट सपोज टू राइट. सो 1 मिनट इसके लिए मिलता है, ये 1 मिनट वहां पे कम हो जाता है. अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, sir.
So minus this, it is more or less the same. Only thing is that PPDT picture is largely hazy. The TAT picture, barring exceptions, barring 1 or 2 pictures, they will generally be clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because वहां पे क्या है, हम फ्री एसोसिएशन आपका देख रहे हैं. वो आपके लाइफ से कहीं ना कहीं लाइफ से whatever you have read about it, heard about it, seen something, etc., etc. So somewhere you will associate with that. So that उसमें ज़्यादा I would haziness is not built into that, whereas in the PPDT picture the haziness is deliberately built in, right? So that everyone has everyone doesn't have the same view, same story, right? So this is the basic difference. दूसरा क्या है कि PPDT is just one picture. टैट में एक के बाद आपको 11 पिक्चर्स दिखाई दे रही हैं, और 12वीं जो स्लाइड है उसमें आपको ब्लैंक पिक्चर है, right? There's a blank slide which you have to write another story. So you're writing one after the other stories and you don't get any time, right? यहाँ पे एक ही पिक्चर आप दिख रहे हो. There is no heading to be written in the, no action, no heading, no observations to be made, etc. within that box. ये टैग में कुछ नहीं कर रहे हो आप केवल स्टोरी लिख रहे हो सीधे सीधे without giving a title. Understood, Ravi?
Yes, sir. So one more question I have to ask, sir. Sir, do we have to associate with the character which is of my age, or we can
Yes,
associate with any other character?
preferably. But there is nothing hard and fast in this, right? There's no hard and fast rule, right? One can associate. देखो आप कैसे कैरेक्टर को किस तरह से एसोसिएट करते हो, right? You could be, there could be a father and there could be a son. There could be two uncles, right? आपके दो अंकल हो सकते हैं या कोई something like that, right? वहां पे आपकी उम्र का कोई है ही नहीं वहां पे. You don't have to, put in a character there. दो अंकल हैं आपकी, वहां पे क्या देख रहे हैं कि what do you observe, these two gentlemen doing? So somewhere you have seen, some differences, some arguments, etc. in the family or in neighborhood or something like that. So वो क्या है, आपका view क्या है? How do you see these things, right? So preferably your age, but there is nothing hard and fast. What is being seen is how you are viewing the characters that are there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Chalo, anybody else?
Sir, is there any difference in the format for Coast Guard, sir?
Come again?
Sir, for the Coast Guard PPDT, is there any difference in format?
Different format means?
No, sir, the procedure will be same only, right, for Coast Guard also?
Yeah, as far as the PPDT is concerned, that will be same.
Okay, sir. Okay.
वहां पे क्या होता है, OIR is separate. OIR के basis पे screening पहले हो जाता है, एक stage अलग हो जाता है उसका.
Sir, only based on OIR?
Yes. OIR खत्म and आधा बंदे मतलब 30, 40, 50% people are out. Then this is the next stage.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So there was a time when, the FCAT वगैरह नहीं होता था, written exam नहीं होता था, Air Force में direct entry में ground duties के लिए. So for other than NDA and CDS entry, जो direct entry होता था Air Force के लिए, there was no written test. पहले नहीं होता था, right? So what they used to do is they used to have the OIR as a screening tool for ground duties and PABT as a screening tool for flying branch.
Okay.
Right? So PABT पहले हो जाता था, and anyone who failed in PABT, he was out. PABT also had, that two phases, part 1, part 2, that INS B and the your battery test, right? Cognitive, machine test, right? So cognitive test में आप अगर fail हो गए part 1 में, तो you are out, and only the rest were taken. Now, of course, it is done after the recommendation in the SSB.
It seems a better system, sir.
Yeah, this is a better system now because otherwise a lot of effort was going waste earlier.
Yes, sir.
Right? So that is it. Yes, anybody else? Samir, you were saying something?
Sir, how loud the voice should be?
How loud?
Yes, sir.
Your voice is loud enough, right? Only thing, it needs to be a little more firm.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, थोड़ा firmness जो है वो थोड़ा सा, वो तुम्हें मैं पहले भी बोलते आ रहा हूँ. I think that is something that you got to work on. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
So you sound a little tentative. So anyway, I'm sure you have improved. You have improved quite a bit from the time. कितना 3-4 महीने होंगे तुम्हें?
Yes, sir. Around 8 months. Around
8 months, yeah. No, there is a lot of improvement that's been brought about. So continue on this. Yes, Chirag, anything? Anybody else? Yes, Kavita Joshi, any doubts you have? You have observed the proceedings, right?
Sir, what is the importance of flawless narration? Does flawless narration confirm our birth in screening? Something like that. Because I have heard these things.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं, it's an overall impact, right? Flawlessness is okay, but content भी सही होना चाहिए ना, content भी
Yes,
सही
sir.
होना चाहिए, right?
Because
Confidence भी आना चाहिए.
I don't have confidence that I will be able to speak flawlessly for around 45 to 1 minute, 45 seconds to 1 minute. So that is why I was asking.
नहीं, you can speak. तुम्हें ऐसा लगता है कि you cannot speak, you do speak. There's no problem, right? So बीच में doubt आते हैं तुम्हें, but it's okay. I mean, as I don't read too much into this, right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Just bold डालो बस.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So you want to say something? You want to ask something, Kavita? I mean, since you're first class. Okay, fine. Yeah, anybody else who's there? I don't think so. Roshan has left, is it? Roshan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
तुम कहाँ गायब हो गए बीच में?
Sir, my net is fluctuating again and again. I don't know कि क्या करूँ.
ठीक है, अभी कब है? When is your this thing SSB?
Sir, 28 March.
28th. अच्छा, okay. So you said that you wanted an interview, right?
Right, sir.
Right. मेरा थोड़ा सा आँख थोड़ा ठीक होने दो, right? It is still, I think, थोड़ा सा stitches.
Sir, क्या हुआ है? What happened?
Oh, I fell down here from थोड़ा सा steps, 2-3 steps से मैं नीचे गिर गया.
You need to be careful, sir.
I got some, cut on the forehead. So I got some 5 stitches. So that's why, this camouflage कर रहा हूँ cap से.
Sir, कब कल होली में?
नहीं, not होली. होली तो हम celebrate नहीं कर रहे थे इस बार. So this happened on Tuesday. In fact, that is the day, when I had planned to, have an offline meeting. Remember?
Right, sir. On Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
तो उसी दिन सवेरे हुआ है.
Sir, क्या?
Cancel it.
Oh, boy.
So anyway, it's okay. Hello, we'll be on track. There's no problem.
I was thinking, sir, कि your behind your glasses there is something white cotton or something like that. I didn't
Good
ask
observation.
you'll be offended about this.
नहीं, offend होने का तो सवाल ही नहीं होता है. But yeah, that's why deliberately, it doesn't. It's not a very pleasant sight,
Sir,
if I
get well soon, sir. Get well soon.
So that is it. But yeah, I didn't want to be, off the classes for too long.
Sure.
So ठीक है, we will manage something, right? Don't worry. I mean, अभी क्या है? Today is 19th, right?
Right, sir.
Yes,
ठीक है, करते हैं next week में sometime.
Right, sir.
And yeah, Praful also, जिसको भी, if someone wants an interview or something, you can put that request in the अपना जो group है, WhatsApp group, right? Who is there? Bipin, are you there? नहीं. Just a minute. हाँ बिपिन, वो जरा लिंक शेयर कर दो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का, राइट? So those who want to get connected, they can get connected. I mean, unfortunately अभी क्या हुआ है
SSB on 30th of March.
30th March.
Yes, sir.
And you said you had gone for some SSB?
Yes, sir. I was conference out from 20 SSB Bhopal, sir.
When was that?
Sir, it was on 26th of September 2021.
Okay, what went wrong?
Sir, my desperation went wrong, sir.
Desperation.
Yes, sir.
कोई बात नहीं. So do mention, put a comment in this. ये group join करो and let me know whatever is your concern. Please, entering at what level I can do. I'll have to decide how much time I can give you. There will be certain things which will be open common on the open platform, and there will be certain things which will be paid for. Right, so that will be separate, but again,
Right.
you can let me know whatever it is that you want. Okay.
Right,
Of course,
sir.
I'll take a little while before I can be on the and go full steam. Chalo. Okay. So see you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Get well soon.
Jai Hind. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Take care, sir.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir.